AFCON, Confederation of African Football. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. It'll be interesting competition. I believe the goalkeeper for Man U, I think they've made amends with the Cameroon national team, Onana. I think he'll be playing. So
that's good.
It'll be interesting. I think, again, for Liverpool lose their star man for a month in Mo Salah. So it's going to be an interesting Premier League season when some of these big African players go and play in the AFCON competition.
Any of the Premier League stars playing in the African teams, do they make any dents?
Look, I think looking at the results, I believe the Egyptian one, I think Mo Salah, I think he had an assist in that one. And looking at the Nigeria one, not exactly Premier League player, but you've got Syria's top scorer from last season, Victor Osimhen. He scored a hat-trick. So Nigeria is looking good as well. So a few European teams, I said the Napoli, the previous Serie A winners, are going to lose their top striker going to the AFCON. So there'll be a few teams under the pump. I think maybe people might be happier, people in the Saudi League, because I believe the Saudi League has a break during that period. So some of the players like your Rihads, your Mane, they will be all right. But the Premier League teams, some of the Premier League teams will be suffering a bit, particularly Everton. I think Everton will lose one of their key players who will go to the AFCON. I think Alex Iwobi, and they're facing relegation as well. So it's a hard road for some of these teams. I think that's why a lot of Premier League teams, they don't like this AFCON tournament.
Isn't it too early to be talking about relegation?
Come on. Everton will be out, man. Anyway, we're talking about AFCON at the moment. Moving on, European qualifiers, big result overnight. Portugal, 9-0 versus Luxembourg. I think we'll look at the lineup of that team. We'll see if Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't playing. Some people are saying the team is much more free-flowing without Ronaldo in the team anymore. With lots of young players. You've got your Ruben Diaz, Man City player, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, AC Milan. And then another shock result was Ukraine drawing with England. Again, the English press wasn't happy with that, particularly with Gareth Southgate.
But I have a question though.
Yeah,
we always talk about. I mean, there's always a lot of disappointment about England, but do they really have the caliber to play to really go out there and play international football? I mean, looking at the fact that most of the best players in the UK or in the Premier League are not even English.
But you can have the argument that in the top 5, 3 of them will be English players. So in terms of the spread of players, I think they had the golden generation with your Rio Ferdinands, John Terrys. Those were top players. Your Paul Scholes, your Lampards. But it's about the coaching, because the press will try and shoehorn all these players. You have to fit them in. And as a coach, you're always under scrutiny and pressure. But it really needs a coach who doesn't give an F about a lot of things and just puts the best people in the best positions. Like I think Eriksen, he had to, because Scholes was a good player at Man U, he had to put Paul Scholes on the left wing to fit him to play with Gerrard and Lampard. If he was a good coach, he would have just dropped one of them.
Yeah.
So,
I think because of the popularity with the English Premier League, you find that naturally we are inclined to think UK is better